tune in to List Wits. You're watching List Wits. If you're blaming in my way, just make sure that you tune in to List Wits. Just make sure that you tune in to List Wits. You're watching List Wits. If you're blaming in my way, just make sure that you tune in to List Wits.
And good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Or those of you that aren't here, how are we doing tonight? Hope everybody's doing well. Hope you guys are having a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Like I said, I kind of expected it to be quiet because, again, I'm miserable with word of mouth. I really, really am. And for whatever reason, there we go. It is just basically okay to sit back, wait and see if we can get anybody to show up. And hopefully, get a few people in tonight, and we're going to try to get in 15-1. However, I just got this funny feeling I am doomed never to get this game played. I really do. Ow. I don't know why. Wink, wink. It is one of those games that requires so many people, and we never get this many people on the channel, that I don't expect it to happen. So I decided that in the meantime, I'm going back to basics. I'm going back to lists. I am going to start going to one-player games when we get people in on the channel, get you guys active and participating, and hopefully get a few, what's the word I'm looking for? A few interactions going. But ladies and gentlemen, welcome to After Dark. Yeah, I haven't changed the logo, and I meant to do that. So one thing on my to-do list, I actually finalized the new intro video. It's a lot shorter, thankfully. So people will tell me, that's one of the things is like, shorten your intro video. And I'm like, I don't know how. I've got one song that was given to me by Liquid Lola, and I hate chopping it up. I really, really do. So it's pardon me. So it's a case of go looking for stock music to shorten them. Hello, Stacy. Oh, we're moving. Wait a minute. If you're moving, then I'm glad I didn't go to the post office tomorrow. Because I was going to go to the post office tomorrow. So you'll have to send me the new Addy, my dear, because otherwise it won't get to you. Why a condo? That's one thing I've never understood. Now, if it's a big condo, okay. Why a condo? Is it just because it makes it easier to keep up with, or is it, what's the word I'm looking for? Convenient. Because I'm one of those people, I need space. I need a backyard. I need lots of rooms. If I could buy, whose mansion did I see went on sale last week? Um, somebody. Unfortunately, it was somebody in California, so I can't afford it. True, that's true. Um, whose mansion did I see just went on sale? Was it Jay-Z? See, I want one of those. Now, see, if you do like my mom has been doing, they've had the house forever. She's actually like added rooms to it and adding parts to it as she's going on, and she's in her 70s. Or wait, what year is this? 2022. Yeah, so she's 70 something. I better not say her. Mom will kill me. And she literally goes in there and she adds, like every couple of years, she adds another room to the house, or she adds something to the barn, or she hires somebody. I don't know which way she does it, but she's like, nope. I need my, what's the word I'm looking for? I need my universe, I guess is the word I'm looking for. Because she was a teacher, and it was fun when you come home from school and she's already beaten you home, and she's got more paper spread out in her living room than I had in any and all of my classrooms and lockers. She was very, very thorough, I guess is the word. But I guess you have to be when you're a teacher. Because everything got brought home. Everything. So yeah, I will take back what I said. It's like, I couldn't see myself. Now, I will say I'm probably confusing timeshares and condos at the same time. Because I refused. I kept getting all these, I went to one convention, right? And I entered one contest. And I got all these calls for these timeshares. And it's like, no, you guys don't read your own forms. You fill out the paperwork, and down at the bottom it'll tell you this is a company-sponsored thing. Do we have the right to call you? And I promise you, you mark yes or no, they're going to call you. I hated these guys. What was it? It was like a weekend or a week. Supposedly had won a week in Branson for $229 or something like that. And it's like, I don't have time to go on vacation. And they're like, well, all you gotta do is pay this and we'll keep it for you for a year. And it was like, you guys were with Convention X, weren't you? And they were like, yes. So I even asked them, do you guys actually read the forms that come in? And they're like, oh no, we get them in a spreadsheet. So who puts your spreadsheet together? And they're like, oh, we don't know. It's some consulting company or something. And I'm like, do they read the forms before they put them in? Yes. Do they pay attention to the last line? Yes. What part of no do you not understand? Oh, no. This is their workaround. This is what you want, is you want something you can pay for. What part of when do I not understand or did I miss out on? I'm just curious. I'm just curious, which part of the word win meant pay more money? And you know what? My cool timer crashed. 3 of my programs crashed while I was starting up my computer this morning. So tonight, the list. As I said, until I figure out the flow of things, we're going back to basics a little. Whoop, not 20, or not 30, 20. And hopefully we'll get enough people in by the time the list rolls around, to have enough people in to do 15 to 1. If not, as I started to say earlier on, what we're going to end up doing is I'm going to go to a lot of smaller games, a lot of multi one-player games, a lot of 2-on-3 or 3-on-3, 1 versus 1 sort of thing. And hopefully, the word hopefully being the operative word, we're going to try to come up with a way to get people in for the big games. Now tonight, like I said, we're still hoping to get 15 to 1 in. I am praying we still manage to get that in, but I'm not counting on it. So I have backup plans on tap. But like I said, for those of you that are used to our normal hours, this is our new normal hours. It is Listwitz After Dark. Discord is always recommended but not required. A lot of stuff is going to be run through Triv now. And eventually, like I said, I'm going to get a lot of this so the bot deals with some of the games and some of the games I have to deal with. I made progress on the list and then I broke something and I am almost back at square one. Or no, I'm back at square 3. I fixed the problem with the visuals, but now I got to figure out how to fix a problem with it not erasing stuff it needs to erase. It's like C is getting complicated, and I used to be a computer programmer regularly, and it's just kicking my butt. So tonight's list, we are looking for blank with blank titles. These can be any title of a TV show, movie, music, book, you name it. The key is blank with blank can be more than one word. So, for instance, everybody and everything with a white elephant counts as a blank with blank title tonight. And while you guys are doing that, I need my soda. Need my sugar. So like I said, we started last week. Hopefully we'll get things going in order this week. And like I said, hopefully we will get enough players in that will be interested in 15 to 1. I will tell you, it's a little complicated how it works, but it does work. What it is basically your question answering at a very key time. Hey, Trans, how you doing tonight? Your question answering must be exact at certain moments. Exactly, Stacy. It is Dance With Me. For those of you that ask, yes, I break that habit on air. I am tired of hiding it, so to speak. I try to be gentle, but I figure this is after dark. We on the rules a little bit. Now, I will tell you, somehow the list gave me one answer twice. I don't know how it did it. I think it's an error in my file. So just remember, one of these will get you two answers. Just so you know. But yeah, like I said, tonight is basically we're still trying to get back in the late night groove. We're trying to get ourselves in the groove, get things going as we would like things to go. And like I said, if we cannot get enough people in when the big game rolls around, we have fallbacks that we are going to line up pretty much each and every episode. I'm going to have the main game I want, then the backup game, which 99 times out of 100 will be... There can be as many words in the blank as you like, Stacy. So, for instance, Chance, I'm going to say you're close enough. I'm going to give you both of these because I have no idea why I have Fire with Fire on the list. Let me think of one. I'm trying to think of a really good long one that would work. I'm trying to think of a really good long one. God, I'm drawing a blank now. Because the one I know off the top of my head, I can't say it because it's on the list. There's one on there that's like, it's my really obvious one. And it's the first thing that came to mind. But the blanks can be as many words as you need. In fact, I will promise there is at least at least 3 where one of the blanks are multiple titles or multiple words. Yeah, so if there was something in front of that, great power, great responsibilities would fit in that second blank. You must learn, because I know it's not a title. Rebel Without a Cause. I like that one. The scary part is I don't know a couple of these. I know that one, that one, that one, that one, and I don't know number 2. I have no idea what number 2 is. I'm gonna guess 2 is a music group, but I am just guessing. Because I forgot to label which were films, which were books, and which were titles. How you doing tonight, Guapo? So let's see. So today, after falling asleep in my chair to make sure I was awake tonight, I sat down and I have Avanti un altro about 99% done. I have that about 99% done. So I will tell you guys, this one may be my fallback one tonight. Almost finished your CLE required. Cool. And almost finished your Lego DeLorean. How big is the DeLorean? I meant to ask you that last time, and I totally forgot. Oh, I was thinking you had like that super kit one. The one that's like, what is it, like a foot by 3 feet or something? Oh, half the size of the Batmobile. Okay. Yeah, because I remember the Batmobile was large. The Batmobile was like, what, about 24 inches? And I couldn't remember the DeLorean size. Yeah, the Batmobile one I remember. That one I do remember. Now, you know what you need to do, Guapo, is to keep yourself busy. You do like Nerdy did. He ordered, I forget the company, but he ordered like the Ecto 1. It's like, but it's expensive. It's like $60 a month. And every month they send you parts to the car. And then you have to put it together and build the entire thing. The problem is, and this is why I've always hated subscription services, every so often it's like they wouldn't have the parts, so they'd ship him something else like a poster or a t-shirt or something. And it's like, no, that's not what I'm paying you $60 a month for. I'm paying you for the parts to a car, to a giant model, to put together. That's what you should be giving me. I don't need piles of books and shirts and comics and memorabilia. And I've always kind of felt when they do that, that's a moment where it's like, okay, something fishy is going on. That's one of those where it's like, really? Really, guys? Don't have the skills. I don't either. I'm at the age where it's like I just have too much of a natural tremor. Let me show you how bad my model set was, or tell you how bad my model set was. I was a kid, and I had a very simple, foot-long submarine. Okay? I basically put it together, and by the time I was done, you could see the glue was coming down the sides from where the two halves of the boat stuck together. The tail fins were in place. The periscope was in place. But if you moved the model, the periscope kind of did this number. It stayed in place because the glue held. But it was like, I didn't put it down far enough in the hole. I heard that this one should be the last Thor movie. That's what I heard. This one should be the last of the Thor movies. Because they said something about if you sat through all the way through the ending credits and they gave you the final scene, it tied it all together or something like that. and just basically said, okay, we're done with Thor. Time to move on. One of the things they hinted was he may not even be part of the Eternals storyline, if that's where they're going. If they're sticking with the Eternals. But I haven't gone to a movie theater in forever. I've been sitting at home and I've been watching some of the classics. I've been watching Citizen Kane, Maltese Falcon, Chinatown, The Big Sleep. I'm on a film noir kick right now, is what I'm on. I think the closest to non-film noir that I've watched lately was the first half of Reservoir Dogs, and somehow I fell asleep during Reservoir Dogs. I don't know how I did it. There's one movie you should not be able to fall asleep through. So I was very, very disappointed in myself. The other thing that is on tap or on notice, and I need to put this in the Discord. For those of you that are regulars, if we have not created you an avatar yet, please let me know, because I'm going to sit down and I'm going to see about making a few more of those over the next week. Because I've got a couple of games where I got to keep track of the avatars and who's who. Like, I know everybody that does Twitch uses the bots to pull the Twitch avatars over. Where's the fun in that? We try to create you a little character of your own, a South Park character. And I am in the process of working on that for some of the regulars. So again, if you're regular and you want one, let me know. And we will see about setting that up for you. What else? So tomorrow I'm going to sit down, put together a couple more packages, try to get those shipped out. I got 3 ready to go. And then I'm going to try to sit down and do trances, which I think I have to unload and reload for you, Trance. Because I think I tried closing the box today, and it kind of, after I got the box closed, it kind of like popped back open. Die Hard with a Vengeance, The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, all good ones. But not on our list. Gone with the Wind. Should have been in there. Like I said, I'm not thrilled about what the computer chose tonight. Like I said, there's a few of them I know. But it's like, when Trains got Men with Brooms, I was shocked. Because I don't remember that one. So it's like a really obscure one. I think the computer is just being mean to me tonight. I think the computer is being mean, picking some obscure titles. Other than 3, 4, and 7. And I will say, those are the only ones I even recognized. It's a curling, okay. I didn't even recognize it. I was thinking it was like a band. I honestly thought when I saw it was like Men with Brooms. Parody band, Janitors. So yeah, I think this is one list I'm definitely going to clean up and revamp. Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. One of my favorite animated films. I actually like that one. Better than 2. Cloudy 2 was kind of like, oh, we had a hit with 1. Let's just come up with something. Dances with Wolves, not on the list. All right, 20 minutes. Like I said, because we're going to be aiming for a little more speed than normal. So some of the ones we did not get, we had Fighting with My Family, which is one of the few ones I did know on this list. Then we had one that's a little more musical. What's Love Got to Do with It? Then we had, somebody can remind me who's in this. I am drawing a blank. The Trouble with Girls. Then we had, and like I said, you guys can boo at this list. I think this one actually deserves it. Down with Love. No clue. One of the few I did know. Flirting with Disaster. I think is a Reese Witherspoon one, but I'm not 100% sure. And then finally, The Man with the Iron Fists, aka Bruce Lee. So yeah, I wasn't thrilled when the computer gave me this list. I probably should have reset it, but I didn't, and that's on me. So with that, Trance getting 3 out of 10. He is getting a vault shot, a one-player game. How do you have that kind of luck, Trance? And if he gets the small prize, I'm going to be shocked. Holy mackerel. Trance, how the he pulled up all 3 of our prize slots. I'm used to that if somebody gets like 7 or 8 of them. Not when you get the only 3 on the board. And Stacy getting 20 whammies. I'm trying to figure that one out. I don't know how you did that. Where is... Uh-oh. I need my file. So I got you with 3 one-player games, Trance. That means I got to throw a second small in and a vault shot. So with that, better lucky than good. Hey, sometimes you guys amaze me in more ways than one. There you go, skill. It's the X-ray vision thing. That's what it is. All right, so with that, Trance, let's get you over to the vault, where you get to take 1 number off our dial. which color would you like us to remove? RNGesus. Does that count as a color? First knob it is. So off of the orange dial, we are going to remove the 1. So that orange dial getting empty as it gets along. So with that, Trance, what 4-digit number would you like us to put in the vault? We are waiting for Trance to pick a number. Miroslav Satan and Gordie Howe gets us 81048104 is locked in. Is Trance's love for hockey going to pay off with this vault combination? Let's find out. No, it's not, unfortunately. Miroslav let you down, Trance. I don't know what you trust in that guy, but you trust him. Your picks are always hockey players. That is true. All right, let me go look something up real quick. You know what? I need to work on some of my one-player games so I can get those ready and available. Because I sat down and started one, got away from it, and never got back to it. All right, so we'll deal with the one-player game ones and stuff in a little bit later. It is on record as being owed to you, so I've got you down for a grand current total of me owing you 3 one-player games, Trance. I thought we had cleaned it out, but apparently when I opened up Notebook, it said nope. Or say Notepad, it said nope, you left Trance's on there, and it surprised me. Or I think it was you had to leave early. I think it was part of what it was. All right, guys, so what I'm going to say is we're going to try this. I'm going to hope and pray We got enough people that are interested in participating. So we're going to give you guys some time to get prepped. And hopefully we will get 15 players in. And fill the board. And if not, I do have a fallback ready. Just so you guys know. Yeah, I thought we did a couple last time too. That's why I was like weird. But I do know my PC acted up and it may not have recorded. Notepad Plus kind of screwed up. So if you are interested, let me know. Turn that one off. I have not loaded any of the questions into the set file yet because I wasn't sure how many people we were going to get in. But I am hoping that you guys are interested in playing a little 15-1 tonight. So if you are, just let me know in chat. And we'll go from there. Otherwise, we've got backup plans. I thought you had one left. That may have been what it was. That may have been what it was. All right, Stacy, I am going to put you in. So that's what I thought. I thought we had one left, and then we add this one to it. Okay. So we are caught up. So again, if you're interested, just let me know in chat. Again, you can participate on Triv Now if you like for every question. That is up to you. Like I said, because I have not loaded the questions yet, because it was a case of waiting to see how many people were going to show up. Because believe it or not, I had them all loaded last time, and I think we had 4 people show up, and I'm like, I cannot run 15-1 on 4 people. As much as I would like to, I can't get it. I can't do it. But yeah, this is where we kind of got stuck last week. And like I said, I just didn't come prepared last week as much as I should have. But see, you learn and you make sure you don't do the same thing again. But basically what is going to happen in 15-1, if we can get 15 participants, is you're each going to get 2 questions in round 1. Question 1, if you get it right, you keep all your lives. If you miss the first question, you're going to lose one of your lives. The second question is going to come around, and if you got the first question right, this one will also be worth 1 life point. If you miss the first question, if you miss the second question, it's worth 2 life points. So basically think of it as many consecutive as you get wrong is how many lives you will lose on a question. Once we do that, every player that remains will have the option of nominating one of their opposing players. So, for instance, let's say we start with whoever's in slot number 1, which is Stacy. If Stacy answers the question right, she can then nominate somebody to start the chain of next questions. However, if Stacy misses the first question right, we go to the second player. They have to answer a question right in order to nominate someone else, and so on and so forth. Once the nomination process starts, it doesn't actually stop in round 2. And then the final 3 players, if we get through 100 questions, because there are 100 questions in the file, if we get through 100 questions, the top 3 scores on the main board will move on to the finals. And again, just so you guys can see, I'm just going to load up Stacy since she's the only one in at the moment. So if Stacy is one of the survivors and she has the most points, she'll move on. However, you only score points if you are nominated. If you are nominated and answer a question right, you get 10 points. If you are nominated and get an answer wrong, you lose 1 of your lives. You lose all 3 lives, you are out of the game. And you will notice at the moment it is just basically numbered 1 through 15. So the idea is if you forget who's at which position, you can't play favorites and say, I'm going after player X. And why is Alex Trebekbot being a problem? He has connected and I've got a funny feeling I've got connection issues. I do have a funny feeling I have connection issues. Because Alex Trebekbot is being weird all night so far. Because basically I got smart, rebooted the computer about 9:30, so I knew I'd be ready by 10:30. And then I started Streamlabs, and then started a Streamlabs chatbot. And for whatever reason, Senior Alex Trebekbot keeps jumping into hiding on my moderators list. And I have no idea why. And like I said, other than that, while we're waiting, if there's anything you guys want to talk, it is, as the reason we call it After Dark. It's up to you where the conversation goes and what comes up as the subjects of discussion. Now, there are certain subjects I obviously won't touch. I refuse to touch. But like I said, that's just for the most part. So I guess my other question is, what are we going to need to do to get games to get people involved? I know people are going to say get games that have TwitchBot involved, which doesn't work with VBA. But is there a game you guys want to see us do that will have you saying, yes, sign me up for this contest? Because like I said, I feel like I'm doing everything right other than getting the crowds in and getting the participants in. I feel that, but you guys could always say, nope, you've blown it with this, that, or the other thing. So like I said, that's what I'm curious about. Anyway, so back to, so I meant to ask Stacy, how large is the new place? Like, I'd hate to think of you like going out and buying like one of those little tiny houses. So we got Guapo working on his DeLorean, or finishing his DeLorean. And I don't see any pictures yet, Guapo. 2-bedroom versus, there you go. See, that's already an improvement. That's already an improvement. See, I want to say something nice about California, and I'm trying to think of what that is other than the weather. Because they got in trouble again. And I'm gonna give this as what I think is a word of advice to my friends in California. Start, what's the word I'm looking for? When you're out and buying stuff, buy in bulk while you can. Harvey's getting his own room. Oh, he deserves his own room at some point, Guapo. Get his own room until I have visitors. He deserves his own room at some point. But yeah, it was, and I'm not gonna get into the argument about it. I heard California just basically said independent truckers no longer can operate in California. You have to be part of a conglomerate. Oh God. I'm gonna warn you guys, that's not a good rule to pass. Hey, Cakes, how you doing tonight? All right, so Cake says put Match Game PM on the list, which will be getting done. I'm trying to think, is it next week or the week after? Because I was writing up the planned schedule, and I think I erased what I wrote. But yeah, Match Game is on the planned schedule. This is the 10th, the 17th, maybe the 31st. I think, unless it like gets bumped up the schedule. But yeah, so you guys, I'm just gonna say, if you're in California, start buying bulky and often. I know that sounds weird to say, but I just got this funny feeling with this new rule. Things are gonna start being hard to come by. Just a feeling. Yeah, I'd actually written up a schedule, and I don't know what I did with it. Did I put it in public announcements? No, I did not put it in public announcements.
Can you find it? Now you see it. That's how we play.
I put it somewhere. So what's a good word, Kegler? How are you doing? Well, congratulations, Stacy, on moving. I almost started singing the Jefferson song. Birth mom at my friend. Oh boy, I knew you had that plan this weekend. That's why I wasn't gonna really bring that up to unless you wanted to. See, I knew one person from Appleton. But this was like years and years and years ago. And she scared me. She scared me.
The greatest name in cosmetics presents the one.
So again, we are looking for anybody interested in signing up for 15 to 1. Just let me know.
The $64,000 question.
Like I said, I will admit it is a lot of questions.
And the reward king size. Count art.
But if you want to participate, you will be able to participate in every question on Triv now. When your character name comes up, that is going to be the most important answer you give. Bum. But yeah, so I'm finishing up Avanti Uno Lantro. It's almost done. Should be ready by next weekend. 100%. I'm adding some like graphical touches that can't be replicated, so to speak, on the computer screen as much as I would like to. But we'll see. And then I'm going to turn my attention back over to Carmen Sandiego for sure. The weird thing is, I think all my Carmen Sandiego files are stuck on my Google Drive, and my Google Drive is so out of date and backlogged that I've got to resync it. See, that's what a wife is for, is so they can give you all those stories. She will remember everything that you forgot. So yeah, like I said, guys, we're still looking for participants. If you're interested, please feel free to step up and say so. What I may do is we may have to forego 15 to 1 for a while. If we forego 15 to 1, I do have backup plans. Where did you go? Uh-oh, I'm missing a file. Damn it. I lost one. Oh no, that's not good. I only have 5 in the file set. Well, that would have been bad. But we'll see how it goes. That sounds like Uncle John. At least you know you take after somebody, Kegs. Did I upload that file is the question. Let me see if I uploaded that file. That is the import file. Oh, I did not upload the file. Damn it. Alright, let me get that while we're waiting. I did not upload the file like I thought I had. And let me get that saved so it is recorded. And if I need to upload it, I can upload it. So, actually, let me do that while I'm waiting. Questions. Bear with. Set list. And oh, I did upload this file previously. Okay, cool. Oh, and there were no fistfights broke out. So you figure at least one. Alright, somehow I did upload that file, and I did not expect it to be uploaded already. Cool. So we're covered, just in case. I guess I was like paying attention and doing stuff I should have been doing a long time ago. Oh, close to one. See, I always expect to hear, we went to a family reunion and everybody behaved. Except for Billy Bob, who had a little too much on the drinking side. Yeah, because like, I've only ever been to, I don't think I've ever been to a family reunion. But that's just because there's like nobody left in my family to go see. Everybody's either on that side of the pond or is just, no, I'll take that back. I have been to one of my in-laws' reunions. But I had to spend most of my time with the kids at that one. But I think I did it by choice. Because kids are easier to get along with. At least I think they are. Besides which, I'm a big kid at heart. Everybody knows that, right? Alright, so again, we are looking for... We're looking for players, if there are any interested. let me know. Otherwise, I'm going to give it another. Oh, it's 11:30 already. We're going to give it 15 minutes. If we can't get anybody in, thank you, Kegler. So far, we got 2. And like I said, if we don't get enough, you guys can stay in, and I will change the game up where we've got enough for players. Like I said, because I just checked my upload file. My upload file is good. Like I said, it's one of those where you just have to wing it and see what happens. Because I don't want to put Time Machine back on the schedule yet. Besides which, I still got to fix the bonus round. I still have to fix the bonus round, so we're waiting. I should do that first of everything. I really should. I know a few people that have said that in the past, Kegs. Question. File conversions. Various. I know a lot of people that have said something very, very similar. And I have some very good friends that have said some things very, very similar. All right, so we are looking for quite a few other players. It looks like I'm not going to get 15 to 1 yet. But like I said, that's all right. I came prepared. You know what really sucks is I do all the game show setup because I don't want to do just straight trivia. Everybody does straight trivia. And it's like, is that what I'm going to have to go to in terms of processing? I don't want to, but it's like, I feel like there are times when it's like I have to fall back to just making Jeopardy. The hard part is calling my mom and saying I visited my mom. The question is, how do I say this? Did you say you visited your mom or you visited your mother? Believe it or not, the wording makes a difference. And not to sound too psychiatry-ish, because I am far from it, Kegs. How did it feel when you said that in that terminology? Like I said, I am far from being a doctor, even though I pretend to be one on occasion. Because I got the lab coat and everything. So again, ladies and gentlemen, we are looking for a number of participants. If you are available, please just let me know. If you are available, we are on Trib now and Discord. No, like I said, I'm not going to force anybody to do anything, Kegs. You know me better than that. There are some things where it's like, if I want to keep it private, I'm keeping it private. I mean, like I said, when we do After Dark, it's like if you guys want to just let loose about everything that's right or wrong, feel free. That's what we're here for. This is a safe space. I will not make fun of anything or anybody other than my normal bad humor jokes, my dry humor jokes. Think of me, like I said, where's the... Just think of me as the you know how a doctor does his writing pad? Where there's the writing pad, we just don't record it. Or rather, it's one of those where we'll get rid of it afterwards. And why is my camera sinking? My camera is sinking for some reason, and I don't know why. Trying to figure out what I broke on it. I don't think we're going to get enough players in for 15-1. But that's all right. Because we have games that don't need 15 players. Dun, 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 dun. In fact, ooh, we haven't played this in a long time. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean that one up. So I'm going to go back to the one that does involve trip now. Alright, we are not going to get 15 in. We know that's coming. Alright, so I am going to close this one out for now. I'm going to make it work at some point. I know I am. Let's do... Don't save. And I'm going to get the questions loaded. Search. Because, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to play some Catch 21. And we are going to put Stacy in as player 1. Kegler in as player 2. And we're looking for a third player if you're interested. I'm going to basically say you got 2 minutes to volunteer to be the third player. I have loaded all the questions, so they will be available for you in Triv Now. Okay, Guapo will be player 3. I'm just checking to make sure I have everything on the board. All right. The rules of Catch 21 are simple. Blackjack, plain and simple. All you have to do is get as close to 21 without going over. Note that at any point you get a question correct, you may freeze. However, if you do not get a question correct, or let me rephrase that. When you get a question correct, you can take the card that will appear, or you can give it to your opponents and try to bust them. However, once you get a question correct, once you have played a card, either way, if you wish to freeze, you may do so, but only on a correct question. All right? So with that, let's say we get started and we give Stacy her first card. Stacy, you are going to get a queen. Oh, a nice start for you. Kegler, your next card is a 10. And finally, Guapo, you will get a king. Oh, it started nice for everybody this time. No aces. If you get 21 exactly, I give you bonus point or bonus whammies on the win. As you can see, 25 points if you get the question correct in the game. 100 points if you win a round. 250 points if you get a 21. So, if you remember rightly, I will show you the question on the screen. I will show you the 3 answers on the screen. Note on the Triv Now app, there are 4 answers, so you already know one of them is wrong. First question, first person to answer correctly on the board gets to choose what to do with the next card. If everybody misses, we just basically throw that question out and go to the next question. All right? So if you 3 are ready, remember your Triv Now apps are what counts for your answers. Here is question number 1. Hold on. Control F. Oh, it shuffled them, which is a good thing, I guess. For what did Albert Einstein win a Nobel Prize? Was it the photoelectric effect, E equals mc squared, or the theory of relativity? Wow, my timer is like... My clock is weird because it's like counting 3 seconds off on my timer each second. For what did Albert Einstein win a Nobel Prize? Was it the photoelectric effect, E equals mc squared, or the theory of relativity? And question answers are in. The correct answer was guessed. It was the photoelectric effect. And that means Stacy getting that one right. And that means Stacy, you get to see the next card, which is a 5 of clubs. So Stacy, you have the choice. Would you like to keep the 5? Or would you like to give it to Kegler or Guapo? Now remember, if you take the 5, you can't freeze. If you pass the 5, you could freeze. There are a large number of cards out there. You're going to give it away. Who are you going to give it to, Kegler or Guapo? No worries, Keg. It happens. All right, so Guapo gets the 5 to put him at 15. And with that, we go to the next question. And you guys have to bear with me because it shuffles them, and I forgot it shuffled them. What is the only group to claim 2 of the top 10 best-selling singles of the 1970s? Would that be the Bee Gees, the Who, or the Rolling Stones? What is the only group to claim 2 of the top 10 best-selling singles of the 1970s? Everybody is in. I'm going to let the timer run down in case anybody else wants to join in on Triv now. And it was the Bee Gees. No ifs, ands, or buts about that one. Everybody else had a number of hits, but of the best selling of the decades, it was the Bee Gees, Staying Alive and Saturday Night Fever. And with that, Kegler was the first one in. So Kegs, here is your card. It is an 8. So Kegs, what would you like to do with that 8 of hearts?
And now a game of hide and seek, where every decision is a gamble and every move could be your last.
Yeah, now you got a decision to make. You can bust Guapo. You can keep it for yourself and freeze at 18. Or you can put Stacy in a precarious position. Yes, you can pass it if you wish. Oh, and it goes to Guapo, putting him at 23 and busted. So, Guapo, you are out of the remainder of this round. I thought he was going to throw it on Stacy. I really thought he was going to throw it on Stacy because there are bigger cards coming. So this question is for Kegler and Stacy only. And here is the question. What 24-hour Canadian news channel debuted... God, come on, Mark. What 24-hour Canadian news channel debuted at 6 a.m. Eastern Time on July 31st, 1989? Would that be News World, Weekender, or The New World? What 24-hour Canadian news channel debuted at 6 a.m. Eastern Time on July 31st, 1989? Would it be News World, Weekender, or The New World? My Triv Now players are in. Give the rest, anybody else that wants to join, a chance. And I will tell you, it was News World. All three players getting that right, but Kegler, the fastest on the board again. So, Kegs, here is your card. It is a 7. Now, here's how it works. Okay, if you take that 7, you can freeze a 17. Stacy has to basically get questions right until she beats a 17 or busts. Or you can give Stacy the 7, freeze yourself, and force Stacy to answer the next question correctly. Okay, so Kegler is going to take the 7. And he is freezing at 17. All right, Stacy, so what that means is, as long as you answer correct questions correctly, you can give yourself the next card. All you need is anything from an 8 to a 10, or 8 to an ace, to win the board. So let's go to your next question. Get to the right question. Which word from Lost Horizon did James Hilton introduce to the English language in 1933? Was it El Dorado, Shambhala, or Shangri-La? What word from Lost Horizon did James Hilton introduce to the English language in 1933? And Kegs, you can still answer on Triv Now if you want. So I'll give Kegs an extra second or two in case he wanted to answer. And I can tell you, Stacy went for Shangri-La. Was she right? She was right. Shangri-La is indeed from James Hilton work of The Lost Horizon. I've been meaning to read that one. I have, and I just haven't done it yet. It's supposed to be a beautiful story. Supposed to be. All right, Stacy, you're looking for anything from an 8 to an ace. It is an 8, and ladies and gentlemen, we give Stacy the 8 and the win for round 1. Congratulations, Stacy. Board 1 is now yours. So we are going to reset the board. And it's all in luck of the cards. This is one of those where luck plays into it just as much as knowledge. All right, we are in round 2. That means Kegler, you get the first card, which is a jack. Guapo gets an 8. And Stacy gets a 6. Oh, tougher cards this time. Tougher cards to work with. But it is doable. I will be honest, sometimes the face cards are not the best things to get. Because when people start tossing cards at you, and you know you need more than one, sometimes it helps when you don't get a face card and you can't freeze. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Question number 1 of round 2, which is worth 200 points. And if you can get a 21, you will get 500 whammies. Question number 1. What city, founded in 1550 by Sweden's King Gustav Vasa, was first called Helsingfors? Was it Stockholm, Copenhagen, or Helsinki? Which city, founded in 1550 by Sweden's King Gustav Vasa, was first called Helsingfors? Was it Stockholm, Copenhagen, or Helsinki? Waiting on kegs. I'm going to try something. All right, kegs is in. And I'm going to tell you, Stacy, you went for the one that did not come up on the stream. You went for Gothenburg. The correct answer was Helsinki. Helsinki was the correct answer, and nobody got that one right. I had to laugh for a minute because I'm like, do I want to give you a chance to reset it? I'm like, no, because I did give the warning at the beginning. I did give the warning at the beginning that one of the answers on the Triv Now app will not be on the screen. Just remember, everybody has the same disadvantage because I will read the question before I release it on the app. Or at least I should read the question before I release it on the app. Just so you guys know. All right, no cards that round. Here is your next question. Oh, that's not going to work because I can't read my own. I can't read the small screen. Damn it. This operation, which involved French paratroopers dropping into Dien Bien province. Oop, nope, not print. Damn it, no. Hold on. I just told it to try to print my screen. Okay. This operation, which involved French paratroopers dropping into Dien Bien province during... Hold on. I gotta look at something because the questions are slightly different. That's how I know I've uploaded these and edited them after the fact. Okay, there we go. All right, there we go. This operation, which involved French paratroopers airdropping into Dien Bien province during the First Indochina War, was the largest airborne operation post-World War II. Was it Operation Remus, Operation Castor, or Operation Pollux?
Welcome to Las Vegas and welcome to Caesar's Challenge. Now, this is a game show where you not only get a chance to win these beautiful prizes, but also this $45,000 Lincoln Mark 8.
Everybody is in. Guapo and Kegler went for Operation Remus. Is not correct. Stacy went for Operation Pollux. Oh, another incorrect answer. It was known as Operation Castor. It was based on they named their operations after the twin brother Castor and Pollux. But your four choices were actually Remus, Romulus, Castor, and Pollux. I like that one. I'm kind of disappointed I only got 3 answers on the board out of the 4. But I think I was doing that because it was one of those cases where the fourth one I was coming up with never fit the category. It was like you would know when you saw the fourth one. I think this is the only one that says otherwise. All right, no correct answers on the board on that one. So we go for the next question. What bear is the largest member of the carnivora order? Is it the Kodiak, the grizzly, or the polar bear? Which bear is the largest member of the carnivora order? Is it the Kodiak, the grizzly, or the polar bear? All 3 players are in. And again, if you guys are interested in joining in the question taking, you can join us here on Triv Now. But the largest of the carnivore is the Canadian Kodiak. It's 100. I think they say it's 100 pounds heavier than the grizzly, and 150. I know it's taller than the polar bear, but I think it like outweighs it and outsizes it. And our correct answer goes to Kegler. So Kegler, we are going to give you the Jack of Hearts. Hey, Money, how are you doing, my friend? You are never late. You are exactly on when you are supposed to be, moneymaker. You guys always know that. That's my rule. You guys are never late. You're here exactly when you're supposed to be. All right, Kegler is taking the Jack of Hearts and freezing at 20. All right, so Stacy, Guapo. That means you guys can only give cards to each other or take them yourselves. All right, so with that, we're going to close that out, release the scores, go back to the main board. And here is your next question. By what term or by what mythological creature, come here, are Swiss bankers sometimes referred to as? Okay? By what mythological creature are Swiss bankers sometimes referred to as? Are they called gnomes, ogres, or trolls? Waiting to see if Kegler wants to go ahead and guess. Kegler is going to guess. And 3 out of 3 are in. The correct answer, when you're talking in, and I assume this is dark web lingo, Swiss bankers are referred to as short little gnomes, because apparently they're greedy, keep the money to themselves, that sort of thing. I think this is dark web terminology, because I couldn't find anything else that backed it up other than one cryptocurrency site that confirmed this. Unfortunately, Guapo and Stacy both went for trolls, which means you guys had to get questions right to stay in. That means congratulations to Kegler. Does all his research on the dark web. No, not all of it. Although I do like looking at conspiracy theory sites. One of my favorite sites I used to go to was called, what was it called? It was After the Bomb, I think. God, what was the name of this site? It was, I want to say After the Bomb, but I'm not 100% sure on it. But it was like, you guys want to see conspiracy theories like crazy? You think Reddit had them? You think QAnon had them? This site could take any conspiracy theory out there, even the most ridiculous ones, and it was guaranteed you would find somebody that agreed with it, somebody that would defend it, and somebody that would argue it. One of the big ones was aliens on the Earth, of course. There was chemtrails, the JFK assassination theory, the Judeo-banker theory. What was the fifth one? There was a fifth big one. Oh, it was Above Top Secret. That was the name of it. It was called ATS. I had to think about it. It was like called AboveTopSecret.com or something like that. And it is the depths these guys would go to was absolutely amazing. And if you were just like gullible and you didn't think on your own, they could have you buying any theory they wanted. Flat Earth was the other one. I think the flat earth one was one of their other big ones. All right, congratulations, Kegler. Board 2 is yours. And I have no idea why it's not resetting Guapo's scoreboard. I have no idea. I got to figure out why it's not resetting the scoreboards. All right, guys, with that, Guapo, we are in round 3. So this is 300 points for a board win. If you can get 21, 750. And Guapo, we are going to start you off with a king. Stacy, you're going to get a 4. And Kegler, you're also going to get a 4. So some small numbers to work with. But anything can happen. So if you guys are ready, here is question number 1 for round 3. The lead guitarist of which group was known as The Edge? Would that be the Red Hot Chili Peppers, REM, or U2? And if you three don't get this one, I'm going to be ashamed of myself. The lead guitarist of which group was known as The Edge? Not just Edge, The Edge. That differentiates him from the WWE wrestler Edge. And our timer is up on Triv now. And as expected, everyone getting it right. The Edge was part of U2. And that means, Guapo, this top card is yours. And your top card is a 9. So the question is, do you want the 9? Do you keep playing or do you freeze? 19 is a solid number. He's going to take it and freeze. Good call. All right, so just remember, Stacy, Kegler, you have to get question. If you both get the question wrong, then Guapo wins. If either of you get it right, you both still continue to play. All right? And our next question. What is a huge supermarket discount store called in Europe? Or let me rephrase that. In Europe, what is the term that is commonly used for a huge supermarket discount store? Is it known as a hypermarché, an Ubermarché, or a supermarché? What is a huge supermarket discount store operation originated in Europe commonly called? Is it a hypermarché, an Ubermarché, or a supermarché? All right, everybody is in. I'm going to tell you, Stacy went with Guapo and went for Ubermarché. Is it known as an Ubermarché? No, it's not. So it's down to Kegler. Kegler, you have to get this right for you and Stacy to stay in round 3. You went with Supermarché. If it is not a supermarché, Guapo takes board 3 and 300 whammies. Is it a supermarket? No! In Europe, they are known as hypermarkets. A hypermarket. And that means Guapo with a 19. Takes 300 whammies. And the win for that board. Reset board. And we are up to round 4. And this board is worth 400 whammies. If you can get a 21, you will get 1,000 whammies on the board. Right now, everybody's actually on the board. Stacy with 100, Kegler with 2, Guapo with 3. And as the numbers go up, it can change dramatically. So, Stacy, round 4, you're going to start us off with a 9 of clubs. Kegler, you're going to get a 6 of hearts. And Guapo is going to get a 5 of spades. And you know the amazing thing is we have not seen any aces come up yet. I know they're in there. I know they're in the deck. Because there are exactly 52 cards in the deck. No ifs, ands, or buts about that. All right, ladies and gentlemen. For 400 whammies. What island country is visited by the most cruise ships? Is this Jamaica, Puerto Rico, or the Bahamas? Which island country is visited by the most cruise ships? Jamaica, Puerto Rico, or Bahamas? And I'm actually doing it. Somebody was talking today about how when you say a certain country's name, you actually try to say it in the dialect of where it's from. I'm sitting there doing Puerto Rico instead of Puerto Rico. I am ashamed of myself. All right, our players are in. Our players agree. They all said Bahamas. Are we right? It is the Bahamas, and that means Guapo. It is your choice as to what we do with the 8 of diamonds. So, Guapo, 8 of diamonds will put you, yes and no money. It's going to kill my larger games that I want to get people in for. Like I said, I've been trying to do 15 to 1 for 2 weeks now, and I'm only getting about 4 people in. So it's like I've got to put a bunch of the larger games on the back burner. Oh, he's playing a little defense. So Kegler, you are going to get the 8 of diamonds to put you at 14. Whereas, so I literally have to schedule. What I'm trying to do. Whoop, release the scores and close out. What I'm trying to do is set it up for a big game, and if I can't get the big game in, have a 2 or 3 or 4 player smaller one lined up, just so I've got something ready to go. But yeah, I'll be honest. I'm worried about anything that involves more than 6 players. And that includes match game or Russian roulette, or Who's Left Standing, which is one I just finished. But the good news about Who's Left Standing is I can play that one with as few people as I need. Because that was going to be my fallback one tonight. And I was like, well, we only got 3 players in. So I'm just going to hold off till maybe next week for that one. But that's why there's always a good thing like Catch 21, Joker's Wild, Jeopardy. Those ones was like, all right, if you come into the channel, just jump on Triv now and you can participate. All right, we are going to... Where was I? Oh, yeah. Kegler is at 14. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, your next question. Which city served briefly as the capital of New France in 1759? Was it Quebec City? Was it Montreal? Or was it London? Which city served briefly as the capital of New France in 1759? Everybody is in on the Triv Now side. I do like the fact that basically, conversation-wise, if it's slow, I can sit here and talk about anything I want to talk about. I will probably piss people off that way. Not intentionally, just because I know where the dividing line is. But it's basically, I like the fact that because I'm doing this late nights and there are less kids around, is basically there is for the most part no off limit thing. Sort of like how we talked about cryptocurrency last week. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the correct answer is Montreal. And with that, Guapo in at the earliest in 1.9 seconds. No, Murphy is still, because Murphy is West Coast, Guapo, so I know she can stop by. Because she even told me she liked the fact that it was a little later so she could come on. But she's got to get used to the new schedule. And the most money spent. Don't remind me. Don't remind me. All right, Guapo. That means the next card is yours. And it is the first ace of the board. So who would you like to give that to? Or would you like to keep it yourself? See, and I also look at it this way. I never got many of the Brits in on my channel. So it was a case of, he's going to give it to Kegler. All right, and Kegler, your ace is worth 1 point automatically. So you are at 15. So it was a case of, because I'm not really losing anything on the British side, I was hoping it would pick up on the Pacific side. So I'm kind of like, I'm surrendering in trying to compete for one area and hoping to pick up another. So that's how I look at it in that term. All right, guys, your next question. In 1861, Congress first established this to be given to Union naval heroes? Was it the Medal of Valor, the Congressional Medal of Honor, or the Purple Heart? In 1861, Congress first established this to be given to Union naval heroes. Was it the Medal of Valor, the Congressional Medal of Honor, or the Purple Heart? Everybody is in. And Guapo just firing off really quick on his answers. The question is, did he fire off correctly? I will tell you, in 1861, it was first designed specifically only for Union naval personnel. It was the Congressional Medal of Honor. And then it got expanded to include Union soldiers and then American soldiers as a whole. So Guapo in first. Guapo, here is the card. It is a 4 of diamonds. Now you got a decision to make. Do you give Kegler a 19? Keep him out of frozen mode? Or do you put it on yourself or Stacy? Oh, he's already saying give it to Stacy. All right, Stacy, you get the 4. You are at 13. So you are now in the danger zone. I honestly thought Guapo was going to keep that, because it was basically a no-lose card. I really thought you were going to keep that one, Guapo. All right, ladies and gentlemen, your next question. Who broke Wayne Gretzky's string of 8 straight NHL MVP awards in 1988? So basically from 80 to 87, Gretzky won 8 in a row. Was the winner in 88 Curtis Joseph, Mario Lemieux, or Patrick Waugh? It was basically Gretzky won it from 80 to 87. The winner in 88 was Pittsburgh's Mario Lemieux. I didn't listen. That's all right. It's good for a good laugh, Stacy, when that sort of thing happens. It really is. And that means Guapo. Guapo is just going for speed. Guapo, your card is a 3. So you cannot put anybody out. Do you want to take that 3 yourself or pass it on? Guapo says, I'll take the 3. Putting Guapo at 8. And ladies and gentlemen, our next question. I wish I had a question counter on this so I knew where I was. What quantities of rice and treacle are mentioned in the Pop Goes the Weasel nursery rhyme? Is it half a pound, a pound, or 2 pounds? What quantities of rice and treacle are mentioned in the Pop Goes the Weasel nursery rhyme? Is it half a pound, a pound, or 2 pounds? Everybody is in. Pop goes the weasel. Half a pound of mulberry bush, half a pound of rice, half a pound of treacle. It is half a pound that is specifically mentioned. Half a pound mulberry bush, half a pound of rice and treacle. Da 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 da. Pop goes the weasel. So with that, Stacy finally breaks Guapo's streak. Basically, she's playing Mario Lemieux to Wayne Gretzky. So Stacy, your magic card is another ace. So again, you can't break anybody with an ace because it's worth 1 or 11. Who would you like to give it to? That was like perfect. That was like perfect timing right after the streak breaking question. Now you can take it and freeze at 14, but then you have to hope Kegler and at least Kegler gets some questions wrong. All right, we are going to give that to Kegler. So Kegler is at 16. And ladies and gentlemen, here is your next question. In the 1936 film Jungle Princess, oops, hold on. She wore the first of her celebrated sarongs. Is that Margaret Sullivan, Jean Harlow, or Dorothy Lamore? In the 1936 film Jungle Princess, she wore the first of her celebrated sarongs. Is that Margaret Sullivan, Jean Harlow, or Dorothy Lamore? And we have all 3 players in. Give the timer a few seconds to count down. See, now I know my computer is really acting up because the timer is literally dropping by 3 seconds instead of 1. It's going like 30, 27, 25, 21. I think my clock is screwed up. The correct answer, as given by Stitch and Stacy, is Dorothy Lamore. The MGM people and stuff basically had her go out on the streets in her jungle outfit and with basically bikini top and sarong. And that's how she basically word of mouthed it and became a huge sex symbol of the 30s and 40s. So congratulations, Stacy. You know your Hollywood starlets, and that means, you get, oh, dude, if it was, there are some pictures of her in her sarong that are basically clean as a whistle, but drop dead gorgeous. Uh-oh, it's a king. So, Stacy, you have a choice. You can break Kegler, or you can put Guapo on the warning track. You know you can't take it yourself or you will bust. But see, that's where you look at the starlets today, and there are a couple that are gorgeous and look good in anything. But then you get the ones that dress like trash, and I'm sorry, this is maybe a generational thing. There are too many Hollywood starlets today that basically dress like trash that people think are sexy. I'm sorry, there just are. So Stacy, is going to knock Kegler out. Kegler, you couldn't beat the second place button. And even with two aces acting as ones, 26 is too much, and you are busted. And like I said, I know I'll get in trouble for saying that, and I know there are some people that will agree with me on that. Hollywood starlets today go way too much for, what's the best word I can use? Streetwalker looks, when you didn't need to do streetwalker looks. Well, you have to remember, even if you'd given it to Guapo, he can't freeze until he gets one right. So it's basically he would have to give you the card and then freeze. All right, guys, the next question. In Seinfeld, how did George's fiance die? Was it from tainted stamp glue, falling out of the bed, or choking on a pea? In Seinfeld, how did George's fiance die? All right, everybody is in. It's Seinfeld. It had to be the most ridiculous way to do it, because the show about nothing needed something that didn't really exist. It was tainted stamp glue. And that means Guapo. Here is the card. You are looking for anything higher. Well, you're going to have a choice, because anything higher than an 8 busts Stacy. But you could use one of those high numbers yourself. Your card is a jack. Why do I think I know where Guapo is going with this one? I think the choked on a P I made up. Where did I make that one up from? I know there was another Seinfeld episode which involved choking, and I think I stole that one from there. I have no idea where I got falling out of a bed from. I figured as much. Unfortunately, Stacy, 10 added to 13. Bust you, and that means Guapo. Scores 400 whammies to put him at 700. But we still got at least 18 questions, or 28 questions in the book to go. Which means we got 28 cards on the table. Which means I think we got enough for another round. What do you guys think? Because we have gone through 17 out of 53 questions. I know we had 2 that were blank or wrong. So I'm gonna so Kegler, you back from the potty room? All right, I'll tell you what. Let's be fair. Everybody, just take 2.5 minutes. Get your drinks. Get your bathroom breaks. I'm going to be nice to everyone. Let them get all their breaks in. And while we're waiting, for those of you that are here, welcome to the Listwitz Game Show, where every Sunday night, or I should say Listwitz After Dark, I still got to fix the logo, Listwitz After Dark, where we can take any conversation you like within reason. There are a couple of obvious ones we will not discuss. And it's open market on conversation. If you want to participate in the games, we use TrivNow and Discord.
Hidden in this jumble of letters is the name of the world's most famous baby doctor. Can you find it? Now you see it. That's how we play.
And we have games that range from one-player games, where you take it on by yourself, to open games where everybody on the chat channel can compete, or everybody on the TrivNow app can compete. Jeopardy being our big one, and 100%. We have games where we have a specific number of players we're looking for, where we're looking for 15 or 10 or 7 or 8 players specifically. What I'm going to do on the Discord is I'm going to put a list together of all the games, or if you guys visit I think I got the website right. I think that's it. There are various links in there that will take you to our games list. And every game pretty much should have a description and what we have for open players per game. But yeah, like I said, we're giving everybody a couple minutes, get their bathroom breaks and drinks ready, because we have only gotten through half of the deck of cards. All right, so Kegler is good. We'll wait for Guapo and Stacy. But right now, Guapo has 700 whammies. Kegler has 200, and Stacy has 100. All right, Stacy is back, so we are just waiting on Senor Guapo. And again, if you are one of our regular players, we kind of give you one of these little avatar characters to represent you during the game. That is so I can keep track of who is who. I gotta make one for money now. Just in case he can ever get here whenever we actually start the games. And everybody is here. All right, it is game number 5. And that means we're going to draw a card for Kegler. Kegler, you are going to get the 7 of hearts. Guapo, the 5 of hearts. It's there. I just don't remember what the actual link is. Guapo. Hold on. I can tell you. What is... I gotta remember what the actual link is, though. Give me a minute. Let me go see. Because I was actually working on it not too long ago. No, I don't want to sign up. I want to log in. Give me a minute. I can tell you what it is. There it is. Okay. That's it. Guapo right there. I knew it still existed. The standard list Wits URL expired because I wasn't getting enough people to make it worth going to. Which is probably stupid on my end, but I figured. But yeah, I knew it was still there. Because like I said, I've actually worked on it a couple weeks ago. Alright, and finally, Stacy. You're going to get a 10 of spades. So Stacy starting off with the good card of this match. So far, the strategy has been to bust your opponents. All right, guys. With that, question number 1 for round 5. What was the first NBA team to win 70 games or more in a regular season? Was it the Boston Celtics, the Chicago Bulls, or the LA Lakers? The first NBA team to win 70 games or more in a regular season. And all 3 of our players are in. Any audience members wanting to answer, please feel free to do so on Triv Now. I gotta remember what my follow function is. I forget. But the only player to get that one right was the one that voted for the Chicago Bulls, Kegler. So Kegler, the next card is your choice. And it's a 4 of diamonds. Now, this is going to be interesting. Kegler, you can put yourself right at a 21. If nobody beats you and like gives you a card to blow your number. If you take it, you know you're safe for at least 1 card. All right, Kegler is going to 11. So Kegler is looking for a correct question and a face card. All right, guys, here is your next question. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. What was the monkey's name on Friends? Was it Lucky, Bobo, or Marcel? Talk about a softball question that comes up. This is one of those tidbits of trivia everybody should know. And everybody did know it. It was Marcel. And that means Speed Demon El Guapo gets to see the next card. Guapo, the next card is a 4. Going to break up the 11. Putting Kegler at 15. Like I said, that's one of the possible strategies. All right, guys, your next question. Where are you? There we go. What comes in Bib, Oakleaf, and Escarole varieties? What comes in Bib, Oakleaf, and Escarole varieties? Is it lettuce, spinach, or cabbage? What comes in Bib, Oakleaf, and Escarole varieties? Is it lettuce, spinach, or cabbage? Players are in. If you had said to me just Bib or Oakleaf, I would have had no idea. But I know Escarole is lettuce. And so did Guapo. So Guapo getting the points for that one. And Guapo, the card is a jack. So, Guapo, what would you like to do with that jack of diamonds? Guapo is playing a mean game where he is just going to basically go out of his way to bust his opponents. And Kegler out again from driver's seat at the 11 to off the board with 2 busted cards. All right, ladies and gentlemen, your next question. Which of these Coca-Cola slogans was used first? Was it delicious and refreshing, around the corner from anywhere, or global high five? Which of these Coca-Cola slogans was used first? All 3 players are in. And unfortunately, all 3 players decided to go around the corner from anywhere which was not the right answer. Coca-Cola's very first advertising slogan was simply delicious and refreshing. Delicious and refreshing was their first one. Global High Five was in the 2000s. And I want to say Around the Corner from Anywhere was just after I Like to Teach the World to Sing song. I think. So no card on that one. And here is your next question. Which U.S. president's head used to be on the silver dollar? Was it Truman, Eisenhower, or Kennedy? Whose head was on the silver dollar? All my players are in. The silver dollar was the only one to have President Eisenhower. And as I recall, they did it because it was they wanted it as the Liberty dollar. And they declared that since Eisenhower was the former general of the European theater, they wanted him on the Liberty dollar coin. If I remember my facts right on that one. So with that, Guapo, your card is a 2. Give it to Stacy. He's playing the bust game. So Stacy is up to 12. And ladies and gentlemen, it's time for your next question. In which country do 100 stotinkies, the one I knew I wasn't going to be able to say, stotinkies equal 1 lev? Is it Bulgaria, Hungary, or Romania? In which country do 100 stotinkies equal 1 lev? It's another triple stumper because all 3 of you went for Romania. The lev is the primary currency of Bulgaria, and then the stotinkies are the sub currency, sort of like the penny in the States. All right. With that, ladies and gentlemen, your next question. What was the first film Roberto Rossellini... I'll get down here. What was the first film Roberto Rossellini made with his future wife, Ingrid Bergman? Was it Europa 51, Stromboli, or Viaggio in Italia? What was the first film Roberto Rossellini made with his future wife, Ingrid Bergman? Was it Europa 51, Stromboli, or Viaggio in Italia? players are in. And the only one to get it right was Kegler, who unfortunately is busted out. It was Stromboli. Stromboli was Rossellini's first film with Bergman, and basically set off a political nightmare in the United States. It had something to do with she was a home wrecker and all of this, and it was like, it got nasty. Politics, stay out of filmmaking. That's all I can say. All right, guys, your next question. Muscular contractions of the stomach are called what? Are they called peristalsis, myentrix, or somatostatin? Muscular contractions of the stomach are called what? Is it peristalsis, myentrix, or somatostatin? And everyone got that right. It's basically the hiccups, so to speak, and they are known as peristalsis. I can never say these words. And with that, by just over half a second, Guapo, your card is a 7. What would you like to do with this 7, Guapo? Give it to Stacy. All right, Stacy, you are now at 19. So you need to get one right so you can freeze your deck. Ladies and gentlemen, your next question. Who was the first British royal to make People's Magazine's worst dressed list 5 times? Was it Prince Charles? Was it Princess Anne? Was it Princess Sarah Ferguson? Who was the first British royal to make People's worst dress list 5 times? Six, 3, 0. We end the question, and we ended on a clean sweep. It was Sarah Ferguson. But we have to draw a card. The question is, who gets it? And I'm going to tell you, it's Mr. Speed Demon, El Guapo, who draws a 3. Give it to Stacy. Guapo is going to play the bust game once again and is the last man standing. For 500 whammies. Nicely done, Guapo. Everybody, so, like I said, it's one of the strategies. It works. But it is always a gamble that Guapo's basically playing to be the first buzzer and be right. I think that's what Guapo is playing every time. All right, Guapo, have yourself a good one, my friend. With that, I guess since we're going to go down from 3 to 2, I think we can close this one out for the night. So, Guapo, congratulations. You are our Catch 21 champion of the night. And with that, my friend, Guapo, your prize from the Miramax collection and Savage World, it is the Freddy Krueger Savage piece. So congratulations. Let's get over to the camera. There we go. So congratulations, Guapo. Freddy Krueger. If I can never get it. There we go. I got to fix the lighting. Freddy Krueger is now yours. Ta-da. Funny thing is, I don't think I'd ever given away any of my Savage ones yet. No, I've had given away a couple because I only have 2 left. So very nicely done, Guapo. I am going to go get my sheet. Oh, see, the sheet's screwed up. This is not the right one. Because my right one actually has some prizes listed. Because I owe Stacy the Buzz or the Biff Tanner. I gotta go find my other sheet because it's definitely missing. El Guapo gets Freddy Krueger. Who was my Time Machine winner? God, I'm trying to remember. Who was my Time Machine winner? Because I got that one for them. It was Ask's friend. Crap, I'm drawing a blank. It was Stephen Beer. What was... Where is Ask? You could tell me off the top of my head. Wings of Mexico. Yeah, so I got to fix that. So not bad, guys. Chance is already gone, so we're not going to be able to do his his one-player game. God, I really want to show Avante, and I don't. I think I'll hold off on Avante till next week, just to say I know where it's at. And I'm trying to think if I'm forgetting anything else before we wrap things up. All right, Light, you are annoying the hell out of me. There we go. It's a little better. Not perfect, but I will fix the lighting because I screwed something up with it, and I don't know what I did with it. But I know it's not right. It is definitely off. My camera is broken, I think. There we go. That'll work at the moment. All right, guys. So with that, I think we will wrap it up for the evening. All right, so next week It is going to be another. We're going to try 15 to 1 more time. But if we can't do it, we will be doing what is known as an up to 11 player game. And the reason I say up to 11 is because we don't actually have to fill out the full board. Next week, we will be introducing you to our variation of a very short-lived NBC show that lasted one holiday season because they screwed it up the way they set it up. I think I have fixed it so the way that it will work great for us. However, I will warn you guys, it's a time game. So Discord will be very useful next week. Discord will be probably as important next week as anything because you are going to basically go through a list of answers in 60 seconds. So next week, it is the introduction of Who's Left Standing. If you've seen it on YouTube, you know that it made one of Cindy's game show garbage list. I disagreed. I thought there was potential. But what we're doing is we're doing away with the heroes and villains level of it. We are going to do away with the heroes and villains level of it. We are keeping the general principle behind it, where you will have a 60-second timer that will flip between players. So player A will have 60 seconds, player B will have 60 seconds. And why? It's like every time I look at my camera, it's off. I gotta fix a whole bunch of things apparently. So learn your list of pop culture. I will tell you that. Learn your list of some sporting items. And learn your list of literature, because those are going to be the big three. For the look at Who's Left Standing. And like I said, I think you guys will like it. And again, it's going to be one of those games where we're not going to need 11 players, but it's much more fun if we have 11 players. So a list and Who's Left Standing. And with that, I think we're going to wrap things up for the night. I want to thank everybody that is here with us for Wits After Dark. And what I'm going to do is let's get back over to the intro. And that is how we're going to wrap things up this evening.
You're watching Wits. If you're playing the right way, just make sure that you tune in to Wits. You're watching Wits. If you're playing the right way, just make sure that you tune in to Wits. tune in to List Wits. You're watching List Wits. If you're blaming the right way, just make sure that you tune in to List